Hi, it's me Taurus from K Sharpening. So today I'm going to teach you on how you can maintain your knife, especially after sharpening, what you can do to prolong the sharpness and also how you can maintain it. So first of all, whenever you want to chop things, make sure you're using a wooden chopping board or a rubber chopping board, or maybe using a plastic chopping board is fine also. Try to refrain yourself from using stainless steel and bamboos. Those can actually dull your knife, so I won't recommend them. Secondly, when you're using a carbon steel knife, especially something like this, hand forged knives, they will rust. So what I'll recommend you is get something we call camellia seed oil. This is from Subaki. It's a Japanese brand, and you can get it from Masaru. You want to get it somewhere else, is fine. It's totally up to you. You can apply this to your knife in a very simple manner. Just get a piece of tissue paper, just for easy cleaning. If you are a reuse recycle guy, then yeah, you can use cloth, but I hate using those because they are difficult to clean. Just put a few drops. You can just do it like how I did, just drew a line, let it slips a little bit. Take a piece of tissue and just go circular, rubbing along the knife. Alright, flip it to another side, apply some oil, likewise, and just go circular, draw a little bit of line. Make sure that the whole knife is fully covered in oil, and you can let it sit for a bit before you actually store it. Of course, if you want to directly store it, is fine. Just make sure that whichever compartment or whichever place you store it, if there's newspaper underneath or there's cloth underneath, they might reabsorb the oil. So what you can do is try to reapply the oil a few times throughout the year if you're storing for a long time. If you're storing just for 1 or 2 weeks, that's totally fine. But if you don't have this oil, of course you can use cooking oil like olive oil and so, but just make sure you're not storing it together with the cooking oil for more than 2 weeks to a month. If you're storing too long, the cooking oil will turn into rancid and eventually it will rust the knife. Now, this is for carrying, and what you can do before you do the cutting. You can get something like a leather straps. I have both. This is a hard leather and this is a soft leather strap. And when you get a strap, usually they will come together with compound, or you can buy separate compounds. Like this is a liquid compound. This is another metal polishing compound also. So you can just spread the compound just like this. Same thing, recommend using a tissue paper. Circular motion. Just apply a thin layer of compound. Like this will do. If you are using a spray compound, give it a good shake, just spray a few times, and that will do. So the difference is just how you apply it, but the performance doesn't really affect it. I do find hard leather do a better polishing if you are going for 400 grades or after 800 grades. It's a little bit better than the soft leather, but soft leather can push the limit further. So let's say you're sharpening to 3000 grade, 9000 grade and for so, it could be better that if you use the soft leather. I might be wrong, but this is my experience anyway. So how you're going to use the strap is just to place it on a hard surface. Make sure it doesn't slide a lot. Just like how you do the sharpening. Slide and slide. And that's just a few passes, and that's all you need. If you don't have strap, you have honing rods. I recommend using honing rod this way, placing it flat on the surface, and do it just like how you do the strapping. Now, let me clean the knife a bit. Okay. 2 types of honing rod. There's a steel honing rod and there's also the ceramic honing rod. Personally, I don't have any preferences, but the ceramic rod gives a little bit more on the sharpening end. It can sharpen a little bit just like how your whetstone perform, but the problem is this is easy to break if you don't take care of it well. If you drop on the floor, it definitely breaks. The steel will be more robust, and I usually use this to as an icebreaker. Means I have a whole block of ice, I actually use this to chunk up things. So place it flat, like how you're sharpening a knife. You can go edge leading, you can go edge trailing, fully up to you. You can do it this way, you can do it this way, up to you. Same thing when you pull back, edge leading or trailing, doesn't matter, fully up to how you want to use it. Just some very light passes will do. Try to not doing it this way and going like, you know, Gordon Ramsay styles, or just holding like this. Okay, it's dangerous, you might cut yourself. And second thing also, some people trying to look cool, they do it very fast. But like I always say, when you do things fast, you actually lose a lot of control. So try to do it this way, lay it flat, you gain more control, do it slowly, and you'll get better. So that will be all for how you can maintain your knife. After use, same thing, wipe dry, and always use a wooden knife holder. You can use the magnetic wall holder, or you can use it in the block manner. Fully up to you as well. And that's it.